Wikipedia defines procrastination as the action of delaying or postponing something. Here at Skill Faculty, we define procrastination as the enemy of productivity and skill development. And we don't associate with anything that obstructs growth because our ultimate desire is to help you on your journey to self-development and business pursuits. It's one thing to identify a problem. It's another thing to find out why the problem exists in the first place. Now that you have identified that you have a habit of procrastination, stick with me to the end of this video to find out why you procrastinate. If you're just meeting me for the first time, my name is Flora. Here in this channel, my passion is sharing everything business and personal development skills with you at every slightest opportunity. Subscription to this channel is also very simple. Just click on the subscription button below and also turn on the notification bell so you'll be the first to know once we upload a video. You can also share this video with someone you know who has a habit of procrastination.
Skill Faculty is geared towards teaching, promoting, and empowering you with the skills needed to become a better version of yourself in all ramifications. Skill Faculty, we are on the side of skill.
You're not a procrastinator, rather you have a habit of procrastinating, and that is why we prefer solutions. Analysis has it that procrastination is associated with receiving worse grades in school and any lower salary at work. You are said to procrastinate when you hope to do something later that you know will lead to achieving a goal. I'm shooting with my baby today, so that's the sound you're hearing. It could be making that important call, writing that pieces of content that you know you ought to do. If you struggle with procrastination, you're not the only one. A research from University of Calgary has it that 80 to 95% of students are procrastinators. Before we dive into any particular solution, it's reasonable to know the causes of procrastination. Most procrastinators ask themselves, why do I procrastinate so much? Or why do I keep procrastinating even though I know it's bad for me? There are many reasons you procrastinate, and a person might procrastinate for a number of them. So the first reason you procrastinate might be unrealistic goal. For instance, a goal such as get fit or start exercising are relatively ambiguous and are therefore likely to lead to procrastination. But a goal such as go to the gym on Monday, Wednesday and Friday right after work and spend at least 30 minutes on a treadmill running at high speed is factual and is therefore much more likely to lead you to take action. So if you're wondering why you procrastinate, you might want to consider setting a realistic goal and drive it down. The second reason why you procrastinate is long-term reward. People tend to procrastinate when what they are supposed to gain is not immediately. Take for instance, the number of students who studies a day or two before exams are far more than the number of students that study 3 to 4 weeks period to exam. Or we can narrow it down to YouTube. The number of creators in the YouTube are far less than the number of viewers because the reward is delayed. You need to get to 1,000 subscribers before you can monetize your channel. We have so many intended YouTubers because of the long-term reward associated with it. Maybe you consider why you still procrastinate. Maybe because the reward is far. The next reason you procrastinate is focusing on the future. It's not far from the second one, but I feel I should single this one out. Focusing on the future options. Occasionally, people tend to avoid taking action in the present because they intend or hope to pursue a more attractive course of action in the future. This is the type of mindset that can lead to a long-term procrastination and prevail even in cases where the person who is procrastinating never ends up following through on their intended plan. For example, a person might postpone to start shooting a YouTube video with a cell phone because they plan to buy sophisticated gadgets to help them shoot professional videos, despite the fact that getting started now will still be beneficial and wouldn't prevent them from changing for a more professional equipment in the future. The fourth reason why you procrastinate could be underestimation of time. A good instance in this case will be postponing to shoot a YouTube video because the person feels that there will be plenty of time to get it done later. In many cases, this form of optimism might occur as a result of underestimating the time it will take to complete the task in question. This phenomenon is known as the planning fallacy. It can lead both procrastinators as well as non-procrastinators to assume that they will finish upcoming tasks earlier than they actually will. The fifth reason why you procrastinate might be indecision. Inability to make a firm conclusion leads to resistance to action. People sometimes procrastinate because they are unable to make a decision in a timely manner. This can be an issue in various ways, such as when a person can't decide which course of action to engage in, or when a person needs to make a certain decision before they can move ahead with their general plan of action. For example, a person might delay starting a YouTube channel because they can't decide which niche to focus on. Similarly, a person might delay getting started on making lunch because they can't decide which meal it is they want to make. The sixth reason why you procrastinate might be feeling overwhelmed. This is usually common when the workload is high. It could either be having a single task that feels huge in terms of scope or having a large number of small tasks that add up over time. Let's continue with our instance here with starting a YouTube channel. You are most likely to procrastinate starting a YouTube channel when you focus more on how many videos Mr. Beast or the rest of the top YouTubers has and how long it will take you to make such video. The thought of that will leave you feeling overwhelmed and chances are you might never get to work. So the seventh reason you procrastinate might be anxiety. This happens when you worry so much about actually getting to work rather than doing the work. Your anxiousness about a particular problem is most likely to lead to procrastination. For example, a person who feels anxious checking the subscriber growth on YouTube might end up not doing more videos because of the problem involved mentally. The eighth reason you procrastinate might be stress. Often we tend to use procrastination as a form of stress relief without realizing it. When you're stressed, your ability to perform well is minimal. What makes you think you can finish that task today when you spent the whole night playing video games? You will be so stressed the next day, and your excuse for not doing the work will be, I'm so stressed. Maybe I'll do it the next day. The funny part of this type of why you procrastinate is that you are most likely to still not do the job if you still play the video game all night again. That boils down to why we believe procrastination is a habit. We'll talk more about procrastination as a habit subsequently. The ninth reason you procrastinate might be interest. While this has its advantage, it simply means that chances are that you will procrastinate with a task you don't have attraction for. This occurs because, in general, the more people find a certain task unappealing, the more likely they are to want to avoid it. And therefore, the more likely they are to procrastinate. The 10th reason why you procrastinate might be perfectionism. If you procrastinate, the odds could be you want everything done excellently. The only thing wrong with this is you will end up not concluding a task simply because you want to be sure it's perfect. Perfectionism can lead to procrastination in a number of ways, such as by making someone afraid of making a mistake that they end up not taking any action at all, or by making someone so nervous of publishing something with a flaw that they end up reworking their project indefinitely instead of releasing it. For example, someone might delay working on their YouTube video because they want every word that they say to be perfect from the start, which causes them to not shoot anything at all. Similarly, someone who has finished shooting their video might repeatedly delay publishing it because they want to make sure it's absolutely flawless first. So they keep going over and over again. I used to be a victim too. I will shoot a video over and over again, yet I will end up not publishing that particular video. And it caused me to procrastinate starting a channel. While it's reasonable to want to create and publish high quality content, the problem starts when perfectionism aims for inapproachable flawlessness, which causes you to procrastinate by giving a supposedly valid excuse for unnecessary delays. Meanwhile, it is important to note that perfectionism doesn't always lead to procrastination, and there are even situations where a person's perfectionism can make them less likely to procrastinate by pushing them to do a good job and complete their tasks in a timely manner. As such, perfectionism is often not a bad thing and only leads to issues when it causes people to unnecessarily delay things because they are overly worried about their work not being perfect. The 11th reason why you procrastinate might be self-confidence. Why some people procrastinate is due to lack of self-belief. Inability to believe in your own ability can lead to not starting a task that could lead to success. I used to have a friend say to me, in his words, he said, I heard you now attend that church that is meant for graduates. I felt so bad for his self-belief. I mean, this is someone that told me that he will go back to school once he has steady income. Why he kept procrastinating going back to school might actually seem is because of finance. But if you look deeper, you will see that he has, while on the other hand, as young as I was, I didn't see anything wrong with attending the church because I'm yet to get admission. Similarly, I've had someone say to me that she wants to start a YouTube channel since 2019 or so, or thereabout, but she doesn't know if people will believe her enough to watch her videos. So as a result of this, she keeps pushing making a video forward. It's obvious these two examples have similar reasons they procrastinate, which is lack of self-confidence. Know that people can have different level of self-confidence depending on their stage in life. For instance, a person might have high level of academic self-confidence but low level of social self-confidence, which means that they believe in their abilities when it comes to tasks that are academic in nature, but not when it comes to tasks that are social in nature. Another instance with this could be someone who keeps postponing to make a video because of clothes or makeup to wear or location, not because she doesn't know what to say in the video. The 12th reason why you procrastinate might be depression. Depression can lead to issues such as fatigue, difficulty in concentrating, and reduced interest in activities. People procrastinate on things they naturally would do with ease when they are depressed due to lack of mental energy. An example will be not making videos like you used to all of a sudden. You start to lose interest in what used to excite you. Let's get over the points I mentioned earlier. Why you procrastinate. This could be why you procrastinate. The first one is unrealistic goal. The second one is long-term reward. The third one is focusing on the future option. The fourth one is underestimation of time. The fifth one is indecision. The sixth one is feeling overwhelmed. The seventh one is anxiety. The eighth one is stress. The ninth reason you procrastinate is interest. The 10th reason is perfectionism. The 11th reason is self-confidence. The last but not the least is depression. Generally, we procrastinate because of our self-control and motivation. You might not be able to do things the way others do, but just remember that you have skills and talents that others don't have. Just work on it. Now that you know you have the tradition of procrastinating. Since procrastination cannot be stopped totally, in our next video, we'll be looking at how to minimize it, how to minimize procrastination to help you develop your skills. What did you learn? Which of these reasons do you think is why you procrastinate? What other reason do you procrastinate that we forgot to mention in this video? Are you willing to make a shift? Share with us on the comment section below, and I will definitely see you in the next video. Bye!
Skill Faculty is geared towards teaching, promoting, and empowering you with the skills needed to become a better version of yourself in all ramifications. Skill Faculty, we are on the side of skill.